X30 Juniors action then here at Whilton Mill for heat number 2. It's a fairly sizable grid, so I'm going to talk, even though they aren't yet coming out the pit lane, but I'm sure they'll join us soon. There go the engines outside the comms position. So I better hurry up. Charlie Richardson starts this one from pole with Charlie Field alongside. Christian Brooks and Benjamin Watts makes up the second row. Luke Weston and Lewis Johnson-Gould make up row 3. Row 4 is Lorenzo Cordal and Finley Dunn. And it's Ben Jenkins and Oliver Henwood. A better one this time round after that collision into the wall in heat number 1. Jack Plant and Jack Isherwood are on row 6. Thomas Mills and Lucas Ellingham make up row 7. Row 8 is Jensen Buckingham and Alex Keynes. And then it's Marcus Littlewood and Carly Atkins on row 9. Rounding up your top 20 on row 10 is going to be Vishal Patel and Joshua Torpey. Caden McQueen and Alex Doddington start on row number 11. Row 12 is going to be Alfie Moore and Alexander Johnston. Sam Heading and Keaton Cooper are row 13, and then Joseph Warhurst rounds out your 27 runners. Some interesting names in interesting places on the grid. I think we're going to have to keep an eye on some people working their work through the field.
Exactly. I'm particularly interested to see how Caden McQueen gets on. Obviously, I believe he won last time out, having started a little bit further back. So we'll be watching out for him from P21. But we are going to get this race underway. It is Charlie Richardson leading away from Charlie Field. It's a Charlie 1-2 across the line as we've got a full start immediately.
Yeah, full start immediately. So they will go back through the grid. We could have,
We could have talked about numbers. We could have talked about
stories, pets, everything.
Why did Charlie Richardson choose 91? That's what we could have found out. But instead, we got ourselves far too excited, far too quickly, and we've got a car already pulling off into the slip road. Yeah, that's a bit concerning.
We'll try and catch who that might have been as they resume their grid formation here, ready for the start.
Unless they've just been very, very calculating and realised, hang on, we'll just wait for the grid to come back, and then I could maybe this car was out of position.
I'm pretty sure it's number 36.
I'm pretty
sure they were doing 36. Is obviously not the number I saw. Yes, it is. It's Benjamin Watts, and that's from quite high on the grid. That's from 4th on the grid.
That is unfortunate.
So that won't be who is in 4th place there. And hopefully, oh no, he's walking away from the car. That's race run. So mechanical issue there. We're good for the start though. Charlie Richardson will lead them away once again.
Oh no, it's Charlie Field just sweeps around the outside.
Good start as well from the 26 of Finley Dunn. It looked like for me. Is that Finley Dunn already into 3rd place? That looked like the 26 to me as they head up the hill.
It's Finley Dunn into P2, so fantastic start there. Although as we come into Boxing Day, has he got the move done? Yes, he has.
Oh, and there's contact in the mid-pack.
We've got 2 spinners off. Probably the worst start of the day so far. We've had a full start. Now we've had 2 drivers off on just coming out on Boxing Day.
There's well.
There's another 2 carts in there. So yes, we've got
62.
Fairly disastrous start here from the senior X30s, and then there's another. We've got Finley Dunn's off. Finley Dunn has spun off at Ozier, so we've had about 5 carts off on this one lane. He's going to have to get out and push his car away.
So 0 to 0 there. Just to cover, it was Alexander Johnston and Alex Keynes who were involved at Ashby, and I'll have to keep an eye on time to let you know who the other fallers are.
We've got more argy-bargy going on. Coming out of the 3rd part of the boot. So the field at the moment, brilliantly timed there, because Charlie Field leads the field away. We've got Charlie Richardson in 2nd to give it a Charlie 1-2, and then we've got Tim Mills running down in P3, Brooks in the 82 car running in P4. We had a little look from one of the carts. I think that might have been the 82 on P12, on the 12 cart.
Just to finish off, so we mentioned Alex Keynes and Alexander Johnston at Ashby. The other driver who we saw spinning at Boxing Day, we're calling it, of course, it was Jack Plant, and of course Finley Dunn we saw going off at Osis. So those are the carts who have had some sort of drama. Some of them, I'm afraid, race-ending dramas on that first lap. Down the inside of Thomas Mills there was that Christian Brooks having an extremely it's Charlie Richardson and Tim Mills. They're these 3 fighting for P2. This is obviously giving Charlie Field the perfect getaway from the grid for the lead. So it looks like Charlie Richardson hanging on for the moment from Tim Mills, although Christian Brooks going down the inside of Tim Mills at the exit of the boot. I don't think he's going to quite be able to hang on to it, because Tim Mills has got the inside into oblivion now, coming into the crook, although it looks like Charlie Richardson just running a little bit wide there. But this is going to allow Tim Mills
and oh, hang on, Christian Brooks has completely fallen away. It's now Marcus Littlewood and Lucas Ellingham, drivers from the previous race, right back into the start of it. And who did we mention right at the start of this race, starting P21? Caden McQueen. He is now in P6.
Yep,
so having a brilliant start there. So it just looks like we've got the 12 of Marcus Littlewood going down the inside of Charlie Richardson for P2. Where now we can see is that Caden McQueen going down Lucas Ellingham? I think it might have been, although that's the 42 now. Oh, no, that's Caden McQueen going down. He's taken at least one car there. He tried to go 2 for the price of 1, but only unfortunately came away with 1. Although he's going to try again coming into the boot. Is he going to have anything done? Not quite of yet. And it's just been blocked off a little bit coming into the second part of the boot. And he's now, it looks like he's kept in it, and he's got the move done now. He's running in P4.
Oh, collects the curve nastily there, and he's got to be careful not to do that too much, otherwise he could risk damaging the car. That was the newly profiled final corner there. But he does set the fastest lap of the race at 1:99. That's a good chunk of time faster, best part of a second faster than we've seen from most other people. He's put him immediately onto the back there of Charlie Richardson. He's going to try and get the switch back through Boxing Day, and he's going to have it expertly done by Ingram. He manages to go around the outside. Brilliant stuff here from Caden McQueen, demonstrating the same skill that took him to the win earlier on today. Now up into third place. You don't see many overtakes around the outside of Inkermans there on that layout. Behind them, though, Lucas Ellingham, I think, has got past Charlie Richardson there as well. I think, in fairness, I think Charlie Richardson may be in a little bit of shock from that move. He wasn't expecting it, but Caden McQueen on Marcus Littlewood will probably be the next thing to keep an eye on.
It was absolutely mega, that move through Boxing Day from Caden McQueen. I think he might have just done another move now on Marcus Littlewood for P2 already. I think that's absolutely incredible. He was P21 at the start of this race. He's still in P3, but just that the drive he got out of Boxing Day was just phenomenal. And there's no wonder he was able to go around the outside of Inkermans. He's now going to have a look down the inside of Christmas. Are we going to see exactly the same move from Caden McQueen? Not quite, because we're going to not see what happens here, but we're coming into Inkermans now. He's going to have a look down the inside. There looks to be a bit of slidey going on.
Was that just Littlewood losing the rear end, as we've seen many do, to be fair, coming through Inkermans? He'll definitely know McQueen is there. McQueen's going to look down the inside of Wilkins and gets the job done, does he? There's going to be good drive for Littlewood out of that corner. He could try and fight back there, and McQueen covers the inside, but is still able to hold on to it as they come onto the back straight. So great stuff this from Caden McQueen, working his way up the order, now into second place. He'll now try and set about closing the 1.7 second gap. Actually, it's probably a little bit bigger after the battling that that's been going on over second this lap. We'll try and close the gap to Charlie Field. Lucas Ellingham's got past Charlie Richardson as well for fourth place. For fourth place. So plenty of changes throughout the field here, as Charlie Richardson is actually dropping much further down the order, so some drama has befallen him out there. He's now down to 11th place.
Yeah, Caden McQueen going for this outside line out of Christmas into Boxing Day, and it's almost getting to the point now that Caden McQueen is going to be onto the back of Charlie Field any moment now. The gap itself, actually, despite all the fighting going on between Caden and Marcus Littlewood, they were still able to gain on Charlie Field on that lap, and now you can already see that Caden McQueen is right up to the back of Charlie Field. I almost wouldn't be surprised if we see an overtake coming into the boot right now. He's had a very close look at it, hasn't quite worked out for the moment, but as we come out the second part of the boot, Caden McQueen makes the move for the lead. He started in P21, we're not even on to the final lap yet, and he is already in the lead of this race, and as he does so, he is I don't quite know if he has set a faster lap. He's done a 1 minute free. Yes, he's just set his best lap of the race and the fastest lap of the race, having just overtaken for the lead. Marcus Littlewood is also going at a vast rate of knots, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him and Charlie Field going toe to toe in the next couple of moments.
So there's a significance here for Caden McQueen, because not only is he having a very good day at the races, but currently sat second, of course, in the standings in this class, and the class leader on points is Tyler Reid, who significantly, I don't think we've mentioned this yet, but he's not at this round. So this is an opportunity here for Caden McQueen to maximise his points in Tyler Reid's absence. There are some drop scores to come into play. Oh, of course, it's not that Tyler Reid is completely taking himself out the equation. Side by side, this is Marcus Littlewood taking the opportunity to go past Charlie Field, and good change for second place as Caden McQueen improves his lap time by 1/100th of a second to take him the first person I think we've seen go below 1 minute today. Certainly for a good few hours, unless you're about to correct me.
I'm exactly about to correct
me.
Yeah, because I didn't have a chance to say it at the end of the last race, but we saw the front three get into the 59s.
Oh, good point. Yeah, no,
right.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But good move there from Marcus Littlewood to get past Charlie Field. But one would argue that Caden McQueen here, broadly speaking, is up and away here. He's already put 2 seconds between himself and the rest of the field, and he is still lapping. To be fair, Marcus Littlewood has got himself into the 1 minutes, but he's literally the only other driver in the whole field to have got below 1 minute 1. So for Caden McQueen to be below the 1 minute mark is really quite significant, and is really allowing his stretching his legs now.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be too surprised if we see him go even faster, as that's now his primary focus as we're on the last lap now, and takes the checkered flag. Indeed, we were focusing so much on the pace. So Caden McQueen takes the win in heat number 2. Marcus Littlewood finishes second after a really nice move on Charlie Field a couple of laps before the end. Charlie Field in third. Lucas Ellingham finishes 4th, and it's Carly Atkins in 5th. 6th for Thomas Mills. Sam Heading in 7th, Joshua Torpey in 8th, Christian Brooks and Lorenzo Cordell. Round out your top 10, then it's Charlie Richardson and Jack Sherwood in 11th and 12th. Jack Plant finishes 13th, Alex Keys in 14th, Vishal Patel is 15th, and then it's Lewis Johnson, Cooley, Jensen Booking, Alfie Moore, Alexander Johnson and Finley Dunn to round out your top 20. Decent enough recovery from Finley Dunn, though I think he will have a slight case of what might have been after a storming first few corners. Oliver Henwood, I'm delighted to see finish in 21st after his trials and tribulations of heat number 1. Alex Doddington finishes 22nd, 23rd for Ben Jenkins, and then Luke Weston is in 24th, Joseph Warhurst is in 25th, and Keaton Cooper in 26th.